Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sixer Sense podcast. I'm your host Lucas with Chris, and it's honestly been a pretty quiet week for the Sixers in terms of games played, but we're going to get into probably the most controversial game of the season so far for the Philadelphia 76ers, right Chris?
Yeah, Lucas. So a nice little rest period here for the Sixers, but we are recording Wednesday night. We're going to talk about the Hawks game from a couple days ago. It was a 120-117 loss in Atlanta. The Hawks led by 4 at halftime. The second half as a whole was extremely competitive. Philly won the third quarter by a point, which is not normal for them.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter was a dead tie. The way this game ended, as you alluded to, was a little bit on the controversial side, as Dyson Daniels was not called for a very clear backcourt violation.
Very clear.
Late in the fourth quarter, Ala Abdel-Nambi, our wonderful color commentator, was very right to call it out on the broadcast. The NBA referees account on Twitter
Did not like his calling out of it, no.
had thoughts on it and tried to explain the rule, saying that Alexander Walker's momentum, quote, carries him into the backcourt, which is legal in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter and overtime. That is not actually in the rule book. I don't really understand what the deal is there. That's just like a fake rule they made up, but no call. Hawks end up winning. This was a fun game, though, Lucas. Paul George had 31 points, hit 7 threes. His best game as a Sixer. 22 points for Joel in 30 minutes, 26 points, 4 threes for VJ Edgecombe, 11 points, 7 boards for Barlow. Not much from the bench in this game. Kyle Lowry, Jared McCain, Justin Edwards, all scoreless. 9 points, 10 from Drummond and Walker combined. Those are the only bench points Philly got, but we're used to this team relying on its starters.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Jalen Johnson has been just putting up exclusively triple-doubles of late. 12 points, 12 assists, 10 boards in this game. 20 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks for Onyeka Okongwu. 27 for Dyson Daniels with 10 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. So, this is probably the best game Philly has played in from like an entertainment perspective this year, Lucas. It was a genuinely fun back-and-forth game. Atlanta got off to a quick start. Turns out that is all they needed. But what were your takeaways from this one?
First double-double for Joel this season, which is a good sign. And he played 30 minutes. Paul George, pretty impressively, played 33 minutes. And that's where I think you kind of have to cap those two, right? Around like 30 to 32 minutes. I think that's a good cap for both players. You don't want to overexert them. Not the best shooting game from Joel. 8 of 20 is not the most efficient game. Joel, but you know what? He's moving better. I mean, despite getting lit up by, Okongwu, who I think we both agree is having a breakout season. VJ, not the most efficient game either, but, he was important. Like, look, I mean, so they sent Justin Edwards down to the G League after his 0-5 game in this one again. Kyle Lowry played a lot more minutes than I thought he would. And this was actually, despite not finding a rhythm, McCain played 18 minutes, which is more than normal, so got to give that some good vibes there, I would say. But he basically just filled in the minutes between Grimes and VJ because they both played 39 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's just a function of Tyrese really not being healthy.
I mean, look, Drummond played solid. I don't know. Like, look, this was a good game. The Hawks are clearly a good team. We're not, and they clearly they give us a lot of problems. I wouldn't, if we play them in the playoffs, that's a 7-game series right there. I honestly, truly believe that. But look, I mean, it was a solid game. I mean, like, nobody was super efficient in this game. I mean, they were slightly more efficient than we were, but this was a slugfest. Fun game. Dominic Barlow did Dominic Barlow things. I don't really have much complaints there. Jabari Walker is, like, we already talked about Dominic Barlow getting a permanent roster spot. Do we have to start talking about that with Jabari Walker, too?
Probably at some point, just because they like to play him.
I was about to say, like, I mean, it might change when you get Trent Wofford and Kelly Oubre back, but
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, you could try to get rid of, like, Gordon Drummond some of the smaller contracts at the deadline if you want to make room for those guys.
Yeah.
Depends on how you want to do things. I doubt that they cut Kyle just based on his pedigree and his relationship with Nick Nurse.
Yeah.
But they're definitely going to promote Barlow
Yeah.
when the time comes.
Yeah.
Walker's a more interesting debate. I wouldn't mind it. I think he's earned it.
Have you noticed that like it's been pretty much quiet on Adam Bono Island? Like we haven't really been like this felt like a game like Okongwu's a smaller center. This felt like the ideal game to play Bono. Like a little bit.
I think you could argue that that's probably why they went to Drummond because there's more of a matchup advantage there.
You could say that, but like, Drummond and Joel are both slow plotting centers. And Okongwu's more of a fast pace. Like you want to have somebody quick on him, or else he's going to take advantage of the slow plotting guys on defense. And that's exactly what he did. I don't know. I feel like we're not like the three-headed monster at center is good. Like and I'm not saying like don't play Drummond, but like, occasionally like let's sprinkle in Bono occasionally.
Yeah, I think it's just like I just don't think he's played well enough to kind of
That's fair.
solidify his role.
That's fair.
He's had some good games. Obviously, the athleticism is off the charts. I wouldn't mind seeing more of him, but it's Nick Nurse. If you're an inconsistent young guy who doesn't always stay on top of his defensive assignments, you're maybe not going to get a stable role. So.
Asa Newell also played very well for them as a rookie first-round pick.
Yeah, I like Newell. I thought that was a good pick by Atlanta. McCain, the thing with McCain is just like
we can't figure it out. Like what is going on? It has to be something else that they're just not putting out there. I feel like he's playing through something, and it's just.
I think he just needs a more consistent role, and it's not going to happen with the team as it's currently built.
Do you think it's time to talk about using McCain as trade bait?
I think that might be a little short-sighted. I still believe that he's going to be a good player.
I think he is too, but like you just said, it's not going to happen with the current construction of the team. Now, whether or not you can afford Grimes after this season is...
That's the thing. Yeah. Things change year to year.
Yeah.
He's still under team control basically for the next 7 years, so... I wouldn't make a rash decision and just trade him to trade him. But if you get the right kind of win-now piece back, then I think it's at least worth having a conversation.
That's fair. I don't think he's untouchable like we thought he was this offseason.
No, I would agree with that.
Yeah. I definitely listen.
Yeah, so, it's tough. I really want better for him just because I think we both like him and he's such a fun guy to root for.
He's a good kid.
But the VJ Edgecombe thing kind of screwed him. Like, he didn't get that pick.
Yeah, I mean,
we probably aren't having this conversation.
Yeah, I mean, he'd definitely be starting right now and definitely getting but even before the injuries, McCain wasn't getting a lot of minutes his rookie year to begin with either. I just don't think him and Nick Nurse are a good mesh.
Yeah, I mean, he broke out because a lot of guys got hurt.
Yeah,
and they really kind of needed him to stay afloat, and that's just not the situation this year. Now
he is struggling with his finishing too this year versus last year.
Yeah, the defense is definitely a problem. He's not quite as spry as he was a year ago. A lot of it is definitely just getting back up to speed after such a long layoff. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. I still think he's going to be a good player. I'm not ready to hit the panic button or anything, but I don't think this storyline is going away anytime soon. I don't think we're going to get a 25 point per game stretch in the near future. So it is what it is. We'll see how things play out, Lucas. But are you ready to talk about some potential trade candidates?
Yeah, let's talk about something a little bit more pizzazzy.
All right, Lucas. These are a few trade candidates posited by Harrison Grimm, former Sixer censor, current Liberty Baller writer. That is where this article came from.
Shout out
Harrison. Mentioned a few guys that
we should have him on the pod. It's been a while since we talked to Harrison. We should have him on the pod.
Yeah, we can reach out.
Yeah. You want to reach out, or you want me to? Oh, you're still more in the sports writing world than I am. You should reach out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see where that goes, but let's talk through these guys quickly, Lucas.
Yeah.
Tari Eason of the Houston Rockets. They have a lot of guys in their front court. He's a bit buried right now. His rookie contract is coming to an end. He's due for an extension. Kind of like the perfect guy you would want in a bench role on the Sixers team. Big, athletic forward who rebounds the
Bench
heck out
roll.
of the
I'm
ball.
starting him. Yeah, I might start him.
Great defender. You might start him. Depends on your Barlow
Depends on like
competence.
he's a better shooter than Barlow, and he's not as big, but he does the same things that Barlow does.
Yeah, that is one of the things. Is like Barlow has kind of taken up the role that Tari Eason would have occupied had they dealt for him earlier.
Yeah.
But you can't. You can still have
Yeah, you can have more
than
than
one of
one
those.
type of guy. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Tari Eason? What would you think the Sixers might have to give up?
I mean, that's a McCain trade right there, right? That's the McCain trade. I look, Tari Eason's
I don't want to do that.
Why? Okay. I think there's only one person on this list that you would do a Jerry McCain trade for, and we'll get to him. But tell me why Tari Eason was a starter on a playoff team last year, 3-and-D, can guard multiple positions. He's 6'7", 6'8", right? So 6'7", sorry. So like, look, and he's still young. I mean, granted, yeah, rookie contract extension, but like same thing with Quinn Grimes, right? Basically, so like you could do Quinn Grimes for Tari Eason. And I'm pretty sure Grimes would say, yes, let me go to a Western Conference contender, one of the three best teams in the West, right? So, where the Sixers are kind of just like basically in the East, there's the Pistons, the Knicks, and then 3 through 9 or 10 is basically all the same. Like, tell me why I wouldn't want to go to Houston if I'm like, yeah, they might not be able to extend you, but like, Houston gets another playmaker, and shooter, which they kind of need, right?
Yeah, I can see that. I think Grimes, it's tough. Like I still again believe in McCain as like a long-term good player. I don't think what he did last season was a fluke.
No,
I think there's
either.
a level of
but like you said,
shooting and
space,
IQ.
Yeah, space needs to open up for him.
Which is true. So, like, trading him for Eason does make you better now, but you do have to pay Eason sooner than you have to pay McCain, and their cap sheet is already pretty clogged up.
Mm-hmm.
If you trade Grimes, that's interesting because then McCain does have to play more, and it's do you trust him to elevate into that role right this second? Maybe, maybe not, but you do have Tari Eason, so it's complicated, I would say.
But I would trade for him if a not outrageous trade is there. I would go for him, but I feel like he's going to be a piece for a bigger trade that they want to make down the road.
I think that's a pretty fair read on the situation.
Yeah.
Let's see what his salary is.
I haven't even looked at his stats this season.
Tari Eason contract. All right, so yeah, I mean it's still a rookie deal, so he's making $5 million. You could
do Eric Gordon and one other like contract there.
Yeah, so I wonder if that might not even need to include McCain or Grimes.
I mean, they're gonna want like he's a good enough player to where but what pick? I mean, I'm not gonna give up the Clippers pick. I might give up my own 2030 pick, but it has to be protected for that to happen. Look, I mean, even despite getting like buried on the bench, when he does play, he's averaging 11.5 points, shooting 50.9% from 3 on basically 5 attempts, and 5 rebounds and 1.5 and like a little under a steal per game. But for his career, he's averaging like 1.5 steals. So like, look, the guy's, and he's like, how tall is he? He's 6'8". Yeah, like no, you like I definitely inquire and push hard on that. That he might be my second. He's my second favorite trade target on your list here.
Yeah, not my list.
Well,
Liberty Ballers list. But yes,
yeah,
I
Grim.
agree. I think he's really good. And I would inquire. It'll depend on what the market is,
Yeah,
what kind of picks you have to give up. But I would definitely look into it. Um, Jay Huff of the Indiana Pacers, Lucas. Bit of a 3-and-D kind of center. Pretty good athlete. Fun player.
he's a good shot blocker. I'm not gonna say he's a great defender. He's a great shot blocker. He's a average defender. Uh,
Sure.
yeah, no, I mean, look, there is interest there. I mean, look, how old is he? I mean, he looks like he's 30, but I know he's not. He's like 27. Okay, so he's like in his prime. Uh, I don't hate it, but yet again, I think we're. I mean, look, yeah, it's cool to have his floor spacing big, but he's never been much of a rebounder. And like what in 19 minutes per game this year, which is a career high, he's only averaging almost 4 rebounds a game. Not ideal here, my man. Shot blocking is great. Not gonna deny that. Leading the league in shot blocking, but I don't know, man. I would not.
I mean,
I'd rather keep what we got.
that's fair. I mean, you can make a case that with like Walker and Barlow, you don't need as much of a rebounder. Like I think Huff, look, 2.5 blocks in 19 minutes a game. He's gonna make an impact on defense. The shooting would be really nice.
Only shooting
He'd give you a
32% from the
new,
three this year.
yeah, but he's taking 5 a game. He's like 38% for his career. Like he's gonna stretch the floor. So it would be interesting. I kind of agree that it's just not like a top priority.
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
if they
comfortable
offer
with
us a
Drummond and
good
Barlow.
trade on it, then sure. But like, I'm not
Yeah,
putting in heavy assets into that. Like maybe Eric Gordon.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
agree.
yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I wouldn't say no depending on what the package is, but I'm not like going out of my way to mortgage any of the future on J Huff.
Yeah,
Maybe a more interesting backup center candidate, Lucas, would be Yves Missi, the 21-year-old from New Orleans. Derek Queen's emergence has sort of made him take a back seat for the Pelicans. Good rim runner and promising shot blocker, very athletic, kind of like in the Adimbona mold a little bit.
yeah.
What would your thoughts be on going after Misi?
I mean, yet again, we have Bona. I do like the fact that he's about, what is he, 3 inches taller? So, like, obviously that helps with matchups. And, like, I would, still pretty good shot blocker. I mean, on the year, he's averaging 1.2 blocks. So, despite playing, almost 8 less minutes per game than last year, he's still keeping up his block numbers pretty much the same. Look, I mean, I think he's going to be a good backup for a long time. He's still young. What was he, a first round pick? Yeah. So you got still 2.5 years of control on his contract. Look, if they're willing to take a second and Bona for Yves Missi, I think you do it. But yet again, this is one of those trades. Like I'm interested. I'm more interested in Missi than I am Jay Huff. But I'm not putting in any hard assets into this. And I think they could get more assets elsewhere. And honestly, like hot take, why not just have Missi be Queen's backup? Like long term. If I'm like, why not? What's the harm? He was the 21st pick. Queen was 13th pick, so it's not like a hierarchy and pick type thing going on there. You might be able to play them together a little bit too.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm
no,
not
that's fair.
sure if Queen's like a pure 5, to be honest with you, defensively.
Sure, that's fair. Yeah, I don't think there's any pressure for them to trade him. I don't know. I think Huff is better for the Sixers right now than Misi. Like I think he's a better immediate fit in player, but
Huff does more of what Joel does. Misi's probably a better fit for like
yeah.
Huff mimics better what Joel does in terms of like stretching the floor, shot blocking, but we're not building the team around Joel. We're building the team around Maxi, and honestly, you want a rim running center going with Maxi and a
I don't know.
paint
I
protector.
I think there's value in a spacer next to Maxi too.
I
But
get the value there. It's just like Jay Huff. I don't know. I'm not like wowed by Jay Huff. Like he's a good player. I'm not
that's fair.
saying
And
he's.
it's not like J Huff can't like rim run and finish too.
That's
He's
fair, but he always
um,
dunks backwards, and it confuses me.
yeah, it's Misi's definitely better, much better in that role. Again, I'm interested, but I'm not like going out of my way. I do think he's better than Bona, probably, but
Yeah,
I'm not sure he's enough better to make that a priority.
yeah,
So,
that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
um,
The next guy
let's talk
is
about.
is the probably the one that we like the most.
Let's save him for last. Let's talk about Keon Ellis,
Okay,
who I also like quite a bit
he's a good defensive guard.
from
Yeah.
Sacramento. Very good player. 6'4", about 180. They don't really need another guard per se, but he is like a really high level defender and a very smart complementary player. Hasn't had the best year this year. Sacramento kind of just falls apart and plays Russell Westbrook too much, but I like Keon Ellis a lot. What would your interest level be?
I mean, I like him. He's good. He's a good, solid player. The only way you go after him is if you trade either Grimes or McCain, and you need to replenish that. Look, he's a good player, but we've already talked about guard is like the least position that we need right now. We need forwards and centers, honestly. So, like, really just forwards, and he is certainly not that. Look,
Yeah,
he's going to make another team very good if Sacramento is stupid enough to trade him. I wouldn't if I was them, but that's just me. Because I still think
I
he's young
agree.
enough to be a part of a rebuild.
Yeah, I agree. He's 25. Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't
he
trade
would
him.
play in Philly, I think.
Oh, yeah, he would be great in Philly.
But
The fans would love him, but, like,
you're putting another guy ahead of McCain in the pecking
yeah,
order,
yeah,
which is really not what you want.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, I tend to agree. I'm not going out of my way for him either, just for fit reasons.
I,
As much as I like him,
yeah, I
could they
think
use like
another team's gonna, like, defensive guarded team needs him more than we do.
yeah, I think I agree. He will make another team very very happy if he gets
You're gonna
dealt.
make
All
another
right,
team very happy? That's so great. No, sorry. Not to.
the last guy on this list, Lucas, is Trey Murphy.
We've talked about him before.
We have. It would take a lot to get him. This is one where you might have to like dip into the Clippers pick.
Yeah, basically, yeah, the Clippers pick is going to have to be on the table. And honestly, we've talked about it. We agree that the Thunder shouldn't make any major trades, but if they were going to make the trade, he'd be it. He'd be it. Because I don't think that throws he's making what, like 20 to 25? Yeah, let me check. He's making a lot, but not a ton.
He's making 25 million this year, 27 next year, 29, then 31 in 2028-29. So 4 years of control, 112 million total. It's a good deal in the current NBA cap world with all the contracts kind of blowing up. That's not a max deal or anything.
He's averaging
Pretty
21,
beyond reasonable.
6.5, 1.7 steals while making 36% of his 7.5 attempts per game from three. Crazy.
Yeah, he's really good. He would pretty much be the second best player on the team. Now, do they have, like, you need to get the contracts there. You're probably trading
Question.
Grimes and Oubre. Yeah.
You say you take. Well, we all know New Orleans does not want to be in the Zion business anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you trade Paul George or Joel? Doesn't matter which one because they both make the same to take Murphy with Zion. They asked for a future first, but it's not the Clippers pick.
I mean,
Tell me that's not
my
a trade that
understanding
Joe
is
Dumars would do.
my understanding is that Zion's contract is not guaranteed moving forward, correct?
Last time I checked, but I would have to double check that.
If you can get out of Zion's contract, and just get that $42 million or whatever off the books next year. You can start to build the case for it that you are taking on like 25 plus from Murphy. So it's an interesting conversation. I don't know if I would outright endorse it. I need to think about it. I don't really like the vibes that Zion brings to an organization, but it's probably worth considering. I do think Murphy probably makes you better.
Mm-hmm.
It's tougher. Like Joel, they just don't have a solid replacement for. I think Paul
Drummond,
George has been a
Drummond's
little
been
bit.
serviceable, but not to the point. And
You don't want to start Drummond. You don't want to start Bona. Like Paul has probably been playing better than Joel. Of
yeah,
late,
Paul
but
George has started to look like older, but still Paul George.
yeah, you have more wings though.
Yeah.
So, and you're getting Trey Murphy back. There's some overlap there.
I was about to say, do you really? If Paul George can, this is a big if, but if he's healthy, do you need do you want to invest all those assets into Trey Murphy?
I think you're a lot more stable with Trey than Paul George. And he's on a much better contract.
That's fair, and
I think you would probably have to trade Paul in this situation just because I think another team is going to be more interested in him than Joel at this point.
Yeah, you're not going to get out of the Joel business.
For fit reasons and just value reasons, you're probably trading Paul George. You're probably giving up a lot of draft picks on top of Paul George. And you're taking back Zion, which as a fun flyer or whatever, I don't know, maybe, who knows. Joel
it's
Zion,
not going to be just
Trey Murphy, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe.
You're going to have to throw in one other contract, probably Oubre, to make the money work.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? You could definitely talk me into it. I'm not 100% opposed.
I'm talking myself out of it, honestly.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, no, look, Joel's been playing better, but I don't think any team, because the contract extension hasn't even kicked in yet, Chris. That's the crazy part. Nobody wants that contract. Honestly, I would hate to say it, but I can see in a year or two, or maybe, yeah, in 2 years, we buy him out, or waive him, or stretch him. Because, it's bearable right now, sure. But if he goes out for a month or two with another knee thing, it's the fans are going to turn.
Yeah, it's tough. I think I could be talked into the Zion Trey Murphy package. Can the Pelicans be talked into it? I'm not sure.
I mean, we'd have to give up McCain.
This is obviously contingent on the fact that if Zion comes in and gets hurt or stays hurt or doesn't perform, you can get off his contract.
Yeah.
And put your cap sheet in a better spot going into next offseason. If Zion is locked into that $42 million for next year, I'm out.
Yeah, that's
pretty
fair.
comfortably.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, the Sixers trading for maybe the most injury-prone star in the NBA, not named Joel Embiid, would be a funny bit, if nothing else.
If nothing else.
I don't think Zion is great for the culture, but I don't know. Is Paul George, not that he's bad for the culture, I just don't know if Paul is really a vocal leader or anything like that.
Well, hang on. I haven't even really looked at the stats recently since Paul George is I'm not going to call it a heater, but looking more like Paul George again. So this season, so this is more of what we would expect from Paul George. 17 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.5 steals while shooting 44% from the field and 43% from 3. That's kind of what we would hope for, right? At least that's what I would hope for from him. An efficient 17 to 18 points a game. That's kind of what you would hope for from Paul George at this point, right? Now, granted, This is only 10 games. And this is averaging 26 minutes per game.
Yeah. Look, he's been good. There's no way around it. Paul George is good right now, and if healthy, will probably continue to have a pretty good season. So that is part of the calculus now. It's no longer just a pure cap move.
Yeah.
You are getting worse if you just dump his contract.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you get Trey Murphy back, that's not a dump.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting. I don't even know if the Pelicans would do that, so who knows?
Yeah, they
But
might not. They might not.
it's a fun concept, if nothing else.
I'm looking at Joel's numbers this year. I mean, they've gone down the last 2 years. Last year's 23 points on 44% shooting, 24 points, whatever you want to say, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. This year, he's averaging 20 and a half. Excuse me, 20 and a half, 6.5 rebounds, 2.8 assists, while shooting 42% from the field. By the way, last year 29% from three, almost 30% from three. This year 22.5. It's bad. Though,
Yeah,
side note,
it's early.
Joel is the career leader in free throws attempted per game. Just want to throw that out, but that might be in jeopardy if he keeps on playing at this level. And can't return, and that's in 11 minutes per game. I mean, I know it's a small sample size, but it's concerning, and yeah,
and he's still,
he's 31.
A lot of the impact metrics are still pretty positive.
I mean, I do want to.
He's a good player.
Yeah,
he still helps, but yeah, it's tough.
I'm trying to look at his money for next.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So next year it's 55, 26-27 is 58, 27-28 is almost 63, and 28-29 is a player option for 67. Jeez. Daryl Morey, look, I'm not trying to be back. Ooh.
In all fairness, the 67 compared to 58 is only projected to be 1% more of the Sixers cap space.
Yeah, so I get it projected.
It's
that's
not as bad as it sounds.
It still sounds
still
not
bad. Great.
It still sounds really bad.
It's not ideal, but it is what it is. I'm not ready to completely write off Joel after whatever
11 games.
He's played 11 games.
That's fair.
Let's be a little patient. As Sixer fans, I think we have learned patience over the years.
Have we?
I think we can give the pride and joy of Philadelphia more than 11 games. But I don't know. I doubt they trade either Joel or Paul.
You can't trade them right now.
It's going to be really hard. Yeah. If impossible.
Probably
maybe impossible.
You'd have to take on a pretty bad contract in return, say the likes of... I'm trying to think of... Because, I don't even think Zach LaVine's contract is as bad as those two. Probably not Sabonis's either. Is there a bad enough contract out there right now? I don't... Outside of Zion Williams,
Zion's a good one. I mean, you can make the case for
those two having the worst two contracts in the NBA right now.
Other guys that the Sixers don't need, but yeah, you're gonna have to give up those guys and picks if you want another star.
Yeah,
and I just don't think that's gonna be very feasible.
I do want to note for the month of December, Joel is averaging 22 points, 9 rebounds, while shooting 37% from the field. And 13% from three.
Again, I'm just gonna be patient. Let's give the guy a break. It's been a tough couple of years.
We can try. All right. Well, look, let's go around the NBA.
He's still averaging 20 points in 26 minutes. Okay?
Is it efficient though? Is it efficient though, Chris?
More efficient than you'd think with how many free throws he takes. All right.
That's fair.
Let's go around the NBA. What do you want to talk about, Lucas?
Well, the Knicks are not putting up their banner for the in-season tournament. Don't be that team, guys. Don't be that. Just celebrate the win.
Look, my editor, Chris, at Fansided is a Knicks fan, and his argument was basically I've been waiting so long, when we do put up a banner, I want it to be the big one.
I mean,
which I can
I
understand.
get it, but like at the same time, take your victory lap. Like, come on now.
Yeah,
Look,
you're not going to
if
get
the
the other one
Lakers
anytime
who
soon,
have,
pal.
yeah, I was about to say, like, if the Lakers who have like the most tied for the most like championships in NBA history put up their banner, you have to put up yours.
Yeah, it's not the championship banner. I think most people should. We're all smart enough to distinguish. I don't think this takes away from the other banners
Yeah,
that are or aren't in your arena.
yeah.
So I don't think it will diminish the feeling that Knicks fans have when they do win, if ever,
If
just because they have an NBA Cup banner up there or whatever. So
yeah,
I would kind of agree. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I don't like really care that much whether they do or don't, but there's no harm in putting up your NBA Cup banner.
that's
And
fair.
it is a real thing. It's other leagues around the world have these tournaments. They count. It's not the NBA Finals, but it is a tournament that you have won. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. What was I gonna say? Uh, so like, can the Pelican? Okay, oh wait, so that's right. The NBA is gonna make a decision on expansion by where did he say that? Made in the 2026 season. Um, what do you think about NBA expansion? Should it happen? If so, where?
I mean, I think there's plenty of talent in the league to justify it. As for where, I don't know. I can guess where it is going to be. It's probably Vegas and Seattle.
Yeah. Well, okay. That might be the case, but if you're like, okay, I honestly think the Pelicans need to relocate.
I don't know. New Orleans is a cool city.
It's a
I don't
cool
think
city, but
those
they're
fans
not
have done
selling tickets,
anything.
and they don't produce a
That's
winner.
because the franchise is disastrous. You aren't going to sell tickets anywhere if your team sucks. They aren't selling tickets in Brooklyn. It's not because Brooklyn is a small town. Like,
Sometimes you
Brooklyn
need
would
a
be the
fresh
fifth
start.
largest
Some
city, I think, in the U.S. on its own.
maybe you need a fresh start somewhere else. That's what I'm gonna say.
I don't know. If the Pelicans competently build their roster and compete, they'll sell plenty of tickets.
I don't know.
Just have to fire Joe Dumars and be a good team.
Well, easier said than done. I mean, though I do like their interim head coach. No, if they did relocate, I would say either Las Vegas or here's a hot take: Mexico City. They have a G League team
Sure.
already there. They're doing well financially.
Yeah.
People seem engaged. Former Sixer Julio Okafor played for their team. So I'm just saying, but
That's fine. No,
yeah.
I seems like a cool spot. I wonder if NBA players are willing to go live in Mexico.
Well, we didn't think NBA players would go live in Toronto, but we figured that one out.
I don't know. Was that really a concern? Toronto. I think Mexico City would be awesome. I don't think that's a problem, a real problem. Could it be a manufactured problem, given like the state of the world? Maybe, but that's a bridge to cross when the proposal comes across Adam Silver's desk. But I do think it will be Seattle and Vegas. It's probably just easier to get teams in those cities.
Yeah,
they have the
yeah. No,
infrastructure
I
already.
think LeBron James would probably wanna be the owner of the
Seems like
Vegas
that
team.
might be the case. Are there any other cities that you're eyeing, Lucas, as like dark horse?
I mean, look, the Kings almost moved to Virginia Beach, so I mean, as a Virginian, I would not be opposed to that.
Yeah, right. When are we getting a team in Athens?
You have the Hawks. You have a team in the state. No, I kind of have the Wizards, but like, is that really something that I want to be proud of right now? Though I do like some of
No.
their young pieces.
No.
Though it's crazy that Marvin Bagley's starting right
So
now.
if a team moves, if they say we're starting the Virginia Beach
It'd
Dolphins
be
tomorrow,
Virginia Squires based off the ABA team. Let's be clear.
okay, the Virginia Beach
No,
Squires,
no, not Beach, just Virginia Squires.
the Virginia Squires
Yeah.
of Virginia Beach.
Sure.
Are you dropping the Sixers? Do I have to
Ooh,
find a
that
new
is a
co-host?
You can be a fan of more than one team, as I'm sure you know, because you do it for football.
No, I don't.
You like the Falcons and the Eagles.
I don't give a crap about the Falcons.
Sure.
I'm not a Falcons fan.
Okay.
Don't put that on me.
Don't listen to him, guys. He's just shy about it. Oh, what about the Thunder? What about the Thunder, Chris?
I'm not a Thunder fan. I just appreciate the Thunder.
Okay. What about
your second? That's
Hey, let's
that's not the same.
Let's have an MVP conversation, because this is probably going to hurt you. Do you go with the guy that you've been supporting for years on this podcast, Nikola Jokic, or do you go with the Thunder's SGA?
Why would that hurt me?
Because you have to make a tough choice between either your favorite center or
You
your
had to make
favorite.
this tough choice last year, and you yelled at me for making the one that goes against all that I've ever said. I think Jokic is probably the right pick right now. But
look, if the Thunder
OKC never loses,
I was about to say if they win 70 games.
Yeah, it's really up in the air. I could go either way.
That's fair.
Just like last year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Luka, shout out to him.
He's doing pretty good.
Tough beat. And he's just never gonna win because.
Is he gonna be like? Remember how Kobe only got one, and you feel like, dang, Kobe should have gotten more than one. Is that gonna be Luka, where he only gets like one? Like, kind of like Joel only got one, and he should have gotten more than one.
I don't know. Is he gonna get one?
Probably not.
Jokic and Shea probably have a few good years left in the tank, at least. You got Wemby coming on. You got Flag.
I mean, Kobe got one.
You got a really good draft class coming up behind him.
Yeah. So, question. Obviously, the Lakers won that trade, but can Luka actually win them a championship?
Yeah. He's 26. They have time.
I think
once LeBron retires, some other star will be like, "Oh, I want to go to the Lakers."
They need a defensive big man. That's what they need.
What about your boy DeAndre Ayton?
He's good, but he's not that good. I only had him 15th on my list. Let's be clear.
He admits it. Okay.
I had him 15th, but it's not like I had him like a top 10 guy.
Yeah. Look, Luka is totally capable of winning an MVP one of these years. I just think he's maybe a half tier below Shea and Jokic right now, so it's tough timing.
That's fair. I'm looking at the stats here real quick of everybody that's important. James Harden is averaging 26 points per game on efficient shooting. That's blowing my mind, to be honest, because I did not think James Harden still had 26, 5, and 8 left in him after all these years.
He's had it in him for forever.
But not on efficient shooting. He's being efficient this year.
Yeah, he's good. He's still good.
Do you think the Sixers should trade Paul George for your favorite Brooklyn Nets guy, podcaster?
No.
Where has been a hot name. Where do you think he goes?
I don't know.
I've been hearing Milwaukee. Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis.
Sure, if that's what the Bucks want to do, that's all. More power to him.
I don't know. I kind of want him to go to the Pistons. Kind of like the idea.
Yeah, I saw Detroit mentioned somewhere. That could make sense. I don't know if I want Michael Porter's name attached to my team, but
I mean, look, he won a championship in Denver.
Yeah, he's just annoying. I don't want to root for that guy, but
that's
Bucks fans. If that's the hand you're dealt, good luck with that.
Do you think that the Nuggets lost that trade? Because people are starting to say that.
I don't know. Let's give it some time. Cam Johnson has been playing better of late.
Yeah, he's not going to be the volume shooter that Porter was. To be clear, he's not that type of guy.
I mean, he has been meaningfully better for a long time now.
Yeah, he's a better complete player. I'm just saying the volume scoring and the rebounding that Porter did give you was actually vastly underrated in terms of importance.
I mean, look.
And Cam's not a high volume guy. I'm not saying that he can't hit threes, but he's also not a great he's an okay rebounder, but he's probably actually under below average for his position, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
I
that
mean,
hurts,
like,
especially when you don't have Aaron Gordon.
it's not like Cam wasn't a volume shooter for Brooklyn. He took pretty much he averaged more points per game last year. Like different roles, obviously. I
I mean,
agree with your general characterization, but
Porter's
I
averaging 29 on basically 50% shooting, 40.
Porter's been awesome,
Yeah,
but part of it is just that he is
allowed to shoot
in
as much
such a
as.
bad situation that he's the only good player on that team.
Yeah.
So the fact, look, he's been efficient and he's rebounding really well. He's been good. There's no doubt about it. He's been much better than I expected him to be.
Hmm.
For a guy whose nickname on Basketball Reference is Never Swing the Rock, I'm impressed. But uh, yeah, I don't know. You could definitely argue that they won the trade because they got Porter and a pretty juicy pick way down the line.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if you get a lot for Porter at the deadline and you can keep spinning it forward, then yeah, they probably have quote unquote won the trade. Now, if Denver wins the championship and Cam Johnson is like a good fourth option, both sides will be happy, I think.
That's fair.
So,
Hang on, I'm kind of curious. Like, does he work on the Nets? On the Lakers?
I don't know. The Lakers need defense of some kind.
That's. What about the Rockets?
I think the Rockets need a guard more
Yeah.
than they need another 6'10 guy.
Well, he's a 6'10 guy that can shoot, rebound.
Most of those 6'10 guys can shoot and rebound, to be fair.
Uh,
They got Durant, they got Eason, they got Jabari Smith.
okay, all right. Trying to think. What about the Magic? What if you just have a 6'10 guy lineup?
No.
Play
They don't
Paulo
have
at
the
center.
space. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But, yeah, I think Detroit and Milwaukee are interesting, I guess. I don't think that's what the Bucks should be doing, but
Spurs?
what should they be doing?
Spurs?
No, Michael Porter and Victor Wembanyama are not going to get along. I'm sorry. That's just
I've heard Warriors.
not going to happen.
I've heard Warriors. He's kind of a Steve Kerr guy.
Is he?
He shoots
Is
a
he?
lot.
Is never swing the rock,
That's
quote unquote,
fair.
a Steve Kerr guy?
That's fair. That is fair. Okay, valid
Just
point.
spit. That's not going to work. I don't think Golden State would be happy with
You
the
know what
outcome
team
there.
I could see trading for him because they think that he's going to solve all their problems? The Kings.
That would be a very Kings thing to do. God bless Sacramento fans if that
Trade
happens.
DeMar DeRozan and Schroeder. You can get the money there. Hang on, I'm checking it.
Yeah, look, yeah, that's not going to work out well, but sure.
Look,
Sure. Why not?
why not? It's the Kings. It's the Kings.
Why not, Sacramento? Go for it. We believe in you.
Kind of. We
For
believe
sure.
that you will make interesting moves. Look, the money
Interesting is
works.
one way to put it. It works, sure. A lot of things work in theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He could make a team better.
Just
Maybe
not the
he's
Kings.
turned a corner. Does he play as hard and as effectively when he's not the centerpiece of the offense? We'll see.
He
That
had.
was kind of the issue in Denver, is he just wasn't locked in.
Look, he was locked in enough to win a championship.
He hasn't been locked in the last couple years.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, he's a defensive liability. He doesn't make the best decisions with the ball sometimes. But he's 6'10 and he can shoot the lights out. So it is what it is.
So I just want to point out before we end, because I think we're almost here at the end. So the Sixers right now in the East are at 6th. They're tied with Cleveland, own the tiebreaker with Cleveland and Atlanta for the 6th spot because of win percentage. Um, they're also only a game out of the third spot as well, and like 4 games. Well, no, they're not going to get a second spot. Like they're only 2 games out of the third spot. So like, but they're also only a game and a half out of the ninth spot in the East. So gotta love the East. Look, I need Boston to start sucking. I can't handle this anymore.
I agree.
Can't do
I
it.
don't like it.
I don't like it. Well, that's too dang bad.
Jaylen Brown being good is really bad for my brand.
It's bad for
It
your
wasn't
brand.
supposed to be like this.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. They were supposed to be like right above Washington in the standings.
I was so ready to dance on Jaylen Brown's grave, and I can't do it.
I know. You got to respect that. He's actually become a good playmaker and,
Yeah.
like a 3-level scorer now. And he's become like a number one guy on a playoff team.
Yeah, playoff team.
Jordan Walsh has become a guy. Josh Minot has become a guy.
Yeah. They're just going to lose to
has
Detroit.
actually become a like replacement level starting center, kind of. At least defensively.
Sixers are better.
They are better
That's all
on paper,
I'll say.
yeah. They could
We'll
make
beat
the
them.
Boston
We'll
could
beat
make a
them this time.
space.
It'll really happen.
Look.
I believe.
If the
Not worried
playoffs
at
started
all.
right now, we'd be playing Orlando. That's a slugfest.
I think we can maybe beat Orlando, honestly.
If Paulo's not, if Franz is not healthy, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But we'll see. Look, I don't know. Cleveland's kind of getting their stuff together a little bit.
You know that's how this ends, is with us, like, playing Boston in the first round. It's going to go to, like, 7 games, and then we're going to, like...
Crap the bed.
Have to go... We're going to have to deal with the fallout.
Well, if that happens, I'm pretty sure Nick Nurse gets fired. I mean, Daryl Morey might get fired. Who knows?
I think that would not be good, but who knows?
I mean, look, Daryl made 2 huge miscalculations last summer with the Joel extension, especially the Joel extension. Like, you didn't have to do that. This would have been the final year of the Joel deal, okay? And then we could have gotten out of the Joel Embiid business, or at least done it for a much cheaper deal.
When he signed that extension, it was the obvious move. He was still one of the best players in the world.
He was coming back from a significant knee injury. Was it? Like, you could have at least like done the same thing that you did on his rookie extension and made it non-guaranteed based off of medical stuff.
You know, it is what it is.
See, you're not willing to say that it's a bad move. I am. The Joel extension
obviously it was bad in hindsight. I don't think you could sit there in the moment.
Like, who loved that deal? I didn't love it. I don't remember you loving it either.
I don't know about loving it, but it was like, Joel, you extend the second best player in the world, and it's what you do.
I didn't. We weren't sure if he was going to be the second.
Same with the Paul George thing. Everyone thought that was the right move.
I mean, I had my reservations, but I was willing to give it a shot.
But we were all like, you have to do it.
You have to do it because you didn't have money elsewhere. And if you didn't make a big swing, then not extending Tyrese or not keeping James would have looked really bad. And you can still argue not keeping James Harden still was a really bad move. Because James Harden has been playing...
What would Jared McCain be doing if James Harden was on the roster right now, Lucas?
We wouldn't even be worried about Jared McCain right now. That's the point. We might have not drafted Jared McCain.
We wouldn't have VJ.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Everything happens for a reason, okay?
Okay. Okay, well, on that note,
Well, just took 1 year off to get us VJ, and now they're never going to get hurt again.
So you're saying Daryl Morey pulled a Greg Popovich and got his Tim Duncan? Is that what you're saying?
That's right. What was it? Tanya Harding or whatever?
Okay, anyway.
On
that note, let's wrap things up, Chris.
I like VJ Edgecombe.
I bet you do.
That's my take.
Okay.
I also love Joel Embiid.
I like Joel too. Person. I have a Joel Embiid jersey. I just I feel like the end is near. You can see it coming up on, like, you got less than a mile before you reach your destination.
By the way, just before we log off. Of note, Fansided's Fandom of the Year is out. It's Philly fans. People should go read about that. I wrote about the Sixers. Lucas gave a comment about Tyrese Maxey.
Dunking.
People should go check it out on fansided.com right now. We got some cool stuff there for Philly fans. Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, all that fun stuff. So go check it out. Phillies, of course.
Yeah.
Just re-signed Kyle Schwarber recently. Signed Brad Keller today.
Don't pay attention to baseball at all.
$22 million contract. Very exciting.
Eagles broke their losing streak.
Eagles, 31-0, baby.
Like,
Kenny Pickett. Not in our house.
I mean, he won a game for you guys in your house last year.
Yeah, well, he's not in our house anymore.
No, he is not.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Geno Smith, who's going to be back this week. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of the Sixer Sense podcast. Please like, subscribe, follow along if you can. We are on Twitter at Sixer Sense. I'm at Kline NBA. Lucas is at Coach_20. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Audible, YouTube. All those places you can find the Sixer Sense podcast. And until next time, go Sixers. We'll talk soon.
Deuces.